What's going on, Cold World? Young K.LaNe Hotel coming at you live and direct. I know it's been a very long time since I really tapped in with y'all and even came, spoke on camera, live and direct, whatnot. But it is some stuff that's going on in this world right now that we got to just really address, right? We already know across the globe, it's a lot of things that's being discovered that they're not talking about. They're not putting in the news for some reason. They're not making a big deal about it. About these islands that's being found over there, you know what I'm saying, in the far west, they would say. You did go say, over there in Asia, you know what I mean, between China and Japan, it's a lot going on. They being discovered, unearthing, certain land masses. Like I said, over 7,000 islands that's been found over there. And they're not talking about how they finding prehistoric type of animals on these islands. You dig what I'm saying? Dinosaur-like animals. You feel me? One has to think, that's probably the purpose or the reason they don't drop all these new Jurassic Park movies. Let's just speak on it. Let's be real about it. It's a lot going on supernatural in the world right now. As you see that the devil is really, very busy as he always been, seeking to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what he does. You understand what I'm saying? But now he's been on display to the point where he wants to be worshipped openly. And people are being so damn gullible, they're not even seeing what the hell they even doing right now. Even at these concerts, you looking at Billie Eilish, all the way to Travis Scott, and all the other folks in between. You dig what I'm saying? Nelly, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? We gotta draw the line, you feel me? We gotta understand that these folks don't sold out, you know what I'm saying? Like all the way, the reason why they got rich, you dig? It ain't, is that everybody in the industry? No. Am I saying the whole music industry is like that? No, but majority. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, just showing their hand, you just got to pay attention, you know what I'm saying? Even between Jay-Z. And you know what? I ain't going to lie to you, bro. I hate to even say that. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying? Oh, you look at like, okay, the greatness that these folks supposedly have displayed, but truth be told, when you really look at the scheme of things and you become financial literate, you feel what I'm saying? You start seeing that the things that they got material-wise ain't really even worth to be excited about, to be honest with you, because they should have probably been had that. Niggas been in the game for so long, you know what I'm saying? If they knew how to flip the money a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being on that nigga shit, I hate to say it like that, excuse my language, but it is what it is. Niggas should have been billionaires, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time. You dig what I'm saying? So in other words, my point is this: I'm not excited about none of that. You feel me? That don't move me, more. You know what I'm saying? As a young person, it probably had me thinking a certain type of way. But right now, you gotta look at the scheme of things, what's really going on in the earth plane. What's really being displayed right now, you know what I'm saying? On a supernatural level, they playing for your soul. You dig what I'm saying? They got paid a handsome reward for bringing the droves of people, millions of people, to Satan's throne. You dig what I'm saying? That's what's really going on right now. You dig? Now, let me tell you, I serve a Father up in heaven, man, that has eternal riches and wealth. You understand what I'm saying? We already got mansions already made. You dig what I'm saying? Up in there. But right now, what you seen even in the South, what's going on? They passing a new damn Jim Crow law. You hear me? All over again in 2023. Going all the way back to the 50s and the 60s. You heard me? Even beyond that point. You feel me? Now, one has to think, they saying it's just more like a pilot test run as far as with this state, seeing how everything moves with it, and it can possibly move on to other states as they start to pick up on how the people are responding to it, and you know what I'm saying, looking at the schematics and the statistics over time of how things move, the variables and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, great. Now you got to think about it. All these movies that had dropped from like 2012, 2010, all the 2012 or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like Hunger Games and stuff like that, and was then showing how the territories would be divided up eventually to like more like a colony aspect all over again. You understand what I'm saying? It was another word that they were using in the movies that were describing these land masses I can't think of right now, but somebody might drop it in the comments at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do that. But everything, all the so-called entertainment was telling you, you know what I'm saying, like they always do in the movies, what was to come. But they was dropping like different hints, like, because there's so much going on in the world right now, it's got you looking this way, that way. You understand what I'm saying? And then for the indigenous people, the people who got some melanin, we are just entertained strictly by entertainment. The only thing we want to do is just be entertained. Our problem is we don't know when to take shit serious, because we just want to be entertained. And when somebody starts to speak serious, then you crazy, you wacko, you lame, you this, you that. But the whole time, the folk that been sitting there telling you what the hell was going on or what finna come, when you ain't take heed to it, but now shit hitting the fan, now all of a sudden folks are, oh, what we gonna do, what we'll do. You know what I'm saying? Even look, it's at this point right now. I seen a lady drop the video, and it touched my soul. I ain't gonna lie to you, it touched my soul real deep. She was sitting there calling out to the streets after she heard about the Jim Crow law being passed in Mississippi. And she was sitting there saying, you know what I'm saying, like, look, it's the time right now, man, to get armed. But she like, you look in the streets, they already armed heavily. But we got even rappers openly talking about ops. You understand what I'm saying? That look just like you. But here it is now live on TV. You got an open op. It's telling you what time it is and how they really feel about you. And she like, what we gonna do? You got babies out here. You understand what I'm saying? We got our own militia. If niggas know how to come together. You understand what I'm saying? Drop all that petty stuff. Because it's really irrelevant in the big scheme of things. You dig what I'm saying? We got to get back to the aspect of how things was at one point in time. We are a tribal people, but we ain't tribal because we came from no damn Africa. Let's go ahead and get that shit straight too. That's why they doing all of this, people. That's why they doing all of this, people. Everything is designed to keep people blind, deaf, stupid, ignorant to the fact that they are trying to keep people away from understanding that you are the rightful heirs to this land. Not just that, but in a supernatural way, Yahshua is moving. God, the Father himself is moving. It is a lot on the physical and supernatural level right now that is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Strap up. I'm talking about strap up. Get your spirit man right and get your physical man right. Now is not the time to be lazy. Now is the time to be getting in some shape, and I ain't just talking about just to look good. These movies were telling you, the Book of Eli, where Denzel was telling you about a time that's coming. Are you going to be ready? Because when the other states kick in, you don't know what they're going to pass. You can assume they will pass something similar to Jim Crow, but you don't know that. Each state has its own agenda, has its own highlighted theme of laws or new ideals, either from the past or something in the future that they want to concoct or conjoin or bring together. You dig? That would be detrimental to your way of living going forward. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the cusp of really what the New World Order looks like. The New World Order is modern day Sodom and Gomorrah worldwide, where those who have the power are literally treating the world like a live video game. And they just creating different levels and stages for the people and treating us like the guinea pigs. We're just subject to how they want to move things on the chessboard. They sit in this nice room looking at the world and they just moving things around because they in the room away from it all. But I serve a Father that sits high and look low. Oh yeah. It's on. It's on. But y'all see the devil, his hand, he's showing it. It's the conspiracy theory stuff, it should be dead at this point. Everything is being proven to be correct beyond a shadow of a doubt. I don't know how long this video is going to be. You see how China telling you right now openly how they want to fight for more territory in Antarctica. You got to ask yourself, according to the maps, they say Antarctica is at the bottom of the world, but we already know that the world, I hope at this point you know it's flat. It's flat. It's more like a plate going through what you would call outer space. But what is outer space? When you live in a 3D world. Well, the world that we know about, this video might get banned after I release this. When you live in a world that you know of with the so-called continents that we were taught about in school. These continents are surrounded by what you would call an ice wall. They would tell you by a map and what you look at the word that they want to teach you that we live in, that Antarctica is at the bottom, but not telling you the truth about it. It's a whole damn ice wall around these so-called continents that we live in. And the whole thing is called Antarctica. It's military documents about this from the 50s, the 40s. You got to ask yourself, when Marvel Comics was talking about Asgard, you thought that's in outer space, but once again, what is outer space? What's beyond the ice wall that they're not telling you? More water, more land. Where do you think these damn 7,000 islands have just popped up from in China? What do you think has been melting? That's 2D. First D is the world that you know of, with the continents that you know about, that you were taught about in school. Ice wall surrounds that. First 1D. Go beyond that. New water, new land, 2D. Guess what? They have a barrier too. A rock. Rocks. All around it. What's beyond the rocks? You guessed it. More water, more land. This video may get banned. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, what you are understanding and what I'm bringing forth to you is some catastrophic type of information. But you must understand what you are dealing with. You cannot even imagine the level of things that's being hidden from you. You cannot even imagine. You think you have an idea. Them passing the Jim Crow law thing again, what if I told you, even though it affects indigenous people in America, which if you were to look at the Webster's Dictionary, the first one, written by a white person, right? I want you to go back and look at the very first, Google it, you got Google, and do it now before they take it down. Go to Google, look in Webster's Dictionary, the first one, first edition, look at that. I want you to go and put in American, according to that dictionary. Look at the definition. Webster, they wrote it. I'm just the messenger. They wrote it. Tell me what you find. Since when you become a nigger? Since when you became an African American? And you sound stupid by calling yourself an African American. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm saying you sound stupid to the rest of the world. How you gonna claim a whole continent with multiple countries in it, along with a country in one title? So are you an Ethiopian American, a Sudanese American, an Egyptian American? Do you get my point? You claiming the whole continent on paper. And Obama told you the term African American and black is fictitious. That's why in court you're treated like crap, because they treating you like a damn video, like a somebody that's been created on paper. You're not even a real entity in court. Whole nother conversation. That's why certain celebrities have renounced being called black. You think they being Uncle Toms. Do your research. Kanye and them ain't crazy folk. They can't openly, they telling you from their, what you call a schizophrenic or panic or whatever emotional rant place. You thinking that, you know, they crazy because they speaking from a place of trauma. You know, imagine if you've been kidnapped and you finally been released. You know, you don't mind speaking, but you got a lot going on. You understand what I'm saying? So your experience, how you speaking about it, is so dramatic to the person because the average person ain't been kidnapped. The average person ain't been through or seen certain stuff that you don't see behind closed doors that cause you to think on a whole nother level because your reality is being warped. The idea of reality to you is not the same reality as the common person. But you're trying to tell the common person that it's way more to what you think. Because the reality of the common person is a made up reality that the people on the outside of the bubble looking into the bubble have created the bubble. And the people that live in the bubble have, you see what I'm saying? It's certain things and it's just like a hamster on a wheel. And some of these celebrities will say certain things that would try to cause you to jump off the wheel if one would just do the research. Take your feelings away. Take your objections away. Take if you're a Republican, Democrat away right now. All of that kind of crap. None of that matters because they all together anyway too. While you over here fighting and really voting, these folks already don't. They know who gonna win. They are, man, come on. They give the illusion to you that you got some power. That shit being gave away when the country, god dang, gave everything over and pretty much to the, what's the name? The folks that print the money. It'll come to me in a minute. Not the Treasury. The Federal Reserve. There we go. I knew it was gonna come to me. When they took over back in the day, it was over with. If you read what Andrew Jackson was saying, like certain presidents back in the day, they were saying that they were warning people, make sure that people keep the power. Do not ever sign over to the bankers and stuff like that. When they get over to the country go over to the bankers, it's over with. But what is the country anyway? According to Dun & Bradstreet, which is a business database, it's a corporation. I can't make this shit up. So you're a citizen of what? Of a corporation? So when businesses have citizens. Why you think they just do all kind of crazy shit right now? So these states operate as small business entities under the big umbrella. Each business got its own cabinet, right? You feel me? In a regular business, don't you got a owner, president, vice president, secretary, treasury, right? This video might get banned. Come on, man. Ironically, the music that I create. Mike, listen, let me tell you this. I think I speak for other people too when I say this. It's one thing to write out of time, to almost be prophetic to a degree. It's another thing when things start to come to pass and you sit back and it makes you feel very eerie. Even myself right now, like, I just dropped a project that, you know, literally dug out the archives. Was led spiritually to do this. God just was like, you need to drop this project. Did not know. Because in my mind, I'm like, yo, the timing, I don't know if this is going to be good. Cause I'm listening to the theme of the records. I'm like, I mean, it's speaking to some things right now. It's speaking about some stuff that's going on behind the scenes. But I'm like, Lord, I don't know if people going to register, even understand, like, correlate this with reality right now. Even though I'm speaking about some stuff that they can go research. And I know that right now the world is into tapping into certain stuff. But I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be received. But now, my Lord, God always knows. The Lord always knows, people. Because this song I got called Back in the Building. Yo. If I told you the time of when I recorded these records, you wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. If I told you when I recorded this music, and it's been released now in 2023, but if I told you when I wrote this music and actually recorded the music, man, literally half a decade before it's been released. All praise to the Most High just for just being able to tap in like that to see things ahead of time. And I got, people, cap, proof, I got it. datpiff.com, proof. Check it out. No cap. This has been re-released. Yeah. This is not no bragging thing. This is not that. Listen to what I'm saying. There's other people like myself that have been called crazy throughout time. From family, close friends, we've been called crazy. But look what's going on right now. Who's crazy now? All praise to the Most High. Who's crazy now? Look what's going on in this world. I'm not gonna lie. This is me humbly speaking. It was one thing, like I said, to see something, write about it, put it out from a prophetic aspect. It's another thing to live in a time when you see it come to pass. That's not a situation you're like, oh yeah, I'm so smart. Oh yeah, that was me. This is not one of those moments, people. I'm laughing about it because it's an uneasy feeling. Because this affects the world. And it's a lot of people that are not in position to probably properly respond to what's going on right now. And I feel for the world right now. Not just the country I live in, which this country within itself is just, hey, this is America, right? But the world, people, the world that we know, the 1D part, like I already broke down previously in the video, this little part that we know within the ice ring, this world, not outer space, because everything outside the ice wall will be what? Considered to be outer space. You think outer space is literally sky. Oh no, there's more to it, baby. There's more to it out there. There's more to it. And we're going to find out. Also, let me go ahead and throw this out here too. When you start seeing these aliens pop up, that's right, aliens. Don't get all, ET can, these niggas is fallen angels, demons. That's all they are. That's all. I just want to get that to you. They're gonna, all this stuff, listen people, it's been glamorized, yo. To finesse your mind into being accepting to the real evils on this earth. The core of this earth, in the sea of the one-dimensional world that we live in, is a whole kingdom, a marine kingdom that you have no clue about. You heard folklore, mythical tales about mermaids. That ain't nothing. Look at me. That ain't nothing. It's a whole situation going on there, people. This whole civilization is in the core of the earth. Why am I talking about this stuff? Because things are drying up. Things are being unearthed. Things are being released. Out the Tigris and Euphrates. Check your vision. Behold the beast. the 7 seals with the slain lamb. The universe has been breached. That's also in the song Crazy Enough that I released called Do You Know Who You Dealing With? Telling you what's going on right now. Wake up. Time is of the essence. Get your soul together. Get your house in order. Get right with God. Tap in and get right with God. Come back home. Come back home. Yahshua is soon to arrive back on the scene. They're going to send a fake antichrist. Don't you fall for it. This nigga going to say everything right. He going to sing right. But he was groomed, well-groomed, and prepared to be the false flag. Don't you fall for it. Don't you fall for it. Don't you fall for it. This world is becoming the biggest, grandest stage for the devil to send every principality that he has not released. It is about to be released. It's coming in droves. Get your spirit man together to see, to discern. It's 3 eyes, not 2. Open up your spiritual eye to see. To see. You gotta protect your children. Somebody gotta protect these babies. Somebody gotta protect these babies. All my niggas in the street. This beef shit that we got going on between each other is very irrelevant right now. This is a real live PSA. Look at what's going on in this world right now, bro. Niggas need to be coming together, bro. That's what the gangs was originally founded on anyway. Policing the neighborhood and the community. Y'all do understand that the gangs were nothing but the broke down sets from the Black Panther Party, right? Because they said never again would the government be able to catch them all in one spot, one organization like that. They were supposed to just split and then go to different sections to govern themselves accordingly, stand on the same principles, core from the Black Panther Party, which came through. The foundation of the Black Panther Party, which also started the WHaT program, was still implemented by the government right now today for single parent households. But the foundation of that came from Freemasonry as well. I ain't got to go too deep on that, but just know. So righteously, the gangs, the principles, if you really go to the etymology of it, the core of it, the foundation of it came from Freemasonry. So, are you doing your community service, brothers? My brothers in the light, what are we doing? I know we got some that gonna go this way. But for those who stand on righteousness, what are we doing? What's going on in this world right now? What are we gonna do about it? Like I said, it's been a while since I came over and spoke. I've just been sharing videos to show the world and others like-minded individuals who think on the same level as I do. Showing how colorful the world is. It ain't just me. But right now, we are at a very critical and crucial time in history. What side of history are you gonna be on? We got some people who gonna sell out. In their mind, they doing what I'm doing what I gotta do for my household. Not knowing that they still gonna kill you anyway when you get on the other side. They gonna use you and still do away with you, so you really ain't did nothing. And then on top of that, when you meet the Creator, you really gonna suffer. Think nothing of this body. This ain't nothing but the flesh suit, the earth suit. It's the uniform to be on earth. That's all it is. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and right now, the devil is trying to wreak havoc on the flesh to pervert the spirit, to get you to walk away from everything that God has for you. He understands that his time is up, his been up. That's why his hand's being shown like it is right now. He know. Those who know too. It's already written. The Bible ain't lied about nothing. See, you got to ask yourself, why Christianity, out of all religions, it's people hate it so much. They got everybody, oh, it's the church, it's the church, it's the church. Yep, we do understand that the church, you know what I'm saying, have its faults and, you know, had its ill wills. You know, we already, people say, well, Roman Catholic Church. Well, yeah, we already know that, you know, ironically, what religion have you known that would have the killers run it? Those who killed Jesus are supposed to be the officials of the religion. Where they do that at? I get it. But what if I told you that was all a distraction too, to keep you, because they knew they can affect the mind and get you thinking on the level in the flesh, leaning to your own understanding all the time. You will only be angry from the fact that you've been hoodwinked and bamboozled by a group of people. And what happened is you made these people be synonymous with God, the God of the Bible, making it seem like he is accepting and pleasing about these people because they are in position, not understanding that they put themselves in position because they are on earth, which they talk about this in the book of Revelation. So these are actually the enemies of God. Am I saying all pastors are the enemies of God? No, I'm not saying that, but we're talking about the Roman Catholic Church. And then it goes down to those who serve under that, locally, statewide, or federally, or worldwide. Right? I serve a Father that sits high and looks low and does not play about his name. So what happened is, once again, people to make the Bible, everything that's written on that, if these folks is fake and perverted, and because the church does these actions, that means that this scripture and this text, see, you got to separate the two. I do understand that the book was compiled by King James and 42 scholarly people that sit there and took certain books and compositions from different writers, prophets, you know what I'm saying? Those who were major and minor prophets throughout the time of the biblical times or whatever, or the times before that, ancient times, you would say. Did they put every book from John in there? Nope. Did they put every book from Solomon in there? Nope. You see what I'm saying? So I do understand how the book came to be. Yet still, ironically, this book ain't told a lie yet. As far as the thing that's coming to pass. The way they describe things in that book may be a little throw to the common person's comprehension because we don't use them words no more. Like the way they describe stuff, they described it based off of what was the highest form of technology based in their time, like what they would look at. Right now, we can describe things based off what we see. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're joning on somebody or talking about some job and y'all jiving around, the jokes that you would have will be based off of what y'all see. Boy, but you look like such and such, such. Man, gone, you look like this, right? So you take that same level of thinking and apply it to the scriptures. You know, folks were trying to do the same thing. When they were trying to describe something that they were seeing, it was based off of the highest form of whatever they had going on around them. So that's why a lot of stuff doesn't connect with you when you read the Bible. And then too, it's foolish to try to break down the Bible using a modern dictionary when it's written in Old English. What they do that at? Yeah, they got the New Living Translation. But to me, when I read that, I feel no power from the scriptures. None. And then also too, that's why I said open up your spiritual eye. Because the root word of scripture is script. So it's almost like a movie that's being played, but your third, if it's open, it's like a projection screen. So as you're reading the scripture, it's supposed to be coming to life to you in your head. But the crazy thing about it is, even though this book is being compiled with 66 books, these ain't nothing but basic instructions before leaving Earth. Basic, meaning that once you tap in, the book itself is it's a guidebook. But it should not be the foundation of your relationship with the Most High. You see, that's separate. The book is just an added source, reference. You see what I'm saying? Where you can talk and commune with God telepathically, prayer. But the book is an in-hand source to find certain things, to find yourself in the scripture. In the movie, find yourself, the player, the actor, your role in there. You and God communicate because he has to make sure that you stay in line with the purpose that he created you to do. We all here to do a certain thing. Because we all have a role to play in the body, in the kingdom. You understand? That's how kingdoms are ran, right? Even on earth. Everybody got a role to play. So your purpose is your role in the kingdom, literally. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. On earth as it is in heaven. Don't just say these things. Think about what you're saying. It's all there for you. It's nothing to figure out. We make life complicated. It's really black and white. It's really black and white, ladies and gentlemen. We create the gray area and we live in it, and we question stuff based off of leaning to our own understanding, because in our mind, God has to make, but it's God. Since when do you think it's arrogant for you to even think that you should be on you're the creation? How can you be on the same thought level of the creator? You are a creation, and not the only creation from this creator, by the way. They created everything that you live into. What makes you, that because you can talk and create certain things around you, you procreate with life, with sperm and egg, but we all are the Immaculate Conception. The Father has to put the electricity in the building. He is the only entity. He puts the spirit into the body. A man and a woman can only create a body. They cannot produce the spirit that lies in the body. God puts the spirit into the body. That's why when we die, we all return home. Now, based off of what you did on earth, depends on where you live in eternity. People are like, oh, the devil ain't real. Really? So why in Hollywood you can't say Jesus? Why is it that you only have to speak of the universe in Hollywood? You can't give no credit to God, but God ain't real. So why is it such why is it such, if God isn't real, why they make such a big deal to diss him? Why do people go out their way to diss something that's not real? Jesus. If these entities don't, why do they go out their way to discredit them so much if they're not real? They don't do that with Muhammad, Buddha. Why? Why little old Jesus hated on so much? And all he tried to do is come and bring you know what I'm saying, truth, honesty, and love to the world. To free you from the bondage that the world try to put you in. To get you to see your true purpose. To bring you back home to remember why you were here. To honor your spiritual contract that you and the Father had before you got here. Each one of us sitting with the Father, just like this, chilling, looking down on earth. You dig what I'm saying? Dang. Man, you see how they forgot who they was when they went down there? God, I ain't gonna do that. He like, yeah, that's what they all say. I hear you. You gonna be just like them. You gonna get down there. You gonna forget where you came from. And you have to come, you have to figure your way back home. That's what we all doing right now, going through that process of coming back home to make sure that you tap into your connection with the connector, to tap in with your purpose on why you're here, to find yourself again, to activate. Why do they say these terminologies when it comes to, you know, subconscious thinking and all that kind of stuff? Why they talk about activating? Activating what? What do they know? What do these gurus really, really know that they're not really, really telling you? Yeah, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. This earth school is an experience. But we had a purpose to come down there based off of what we were, before each one of us came to earth, it was certain thing that you were assigned to do based off of what you and the Most High was allowed to, the Most High allows you to see with him. He's like, all right, it's on, you were a soldier on deployment. We all are in a degree. We each came down with different other formations of soldiers at different times. You understand what I'm saying? That's where they try to go with astrology and give you a sign. But each one of us had a certain group of people that we came, a platoon. You understand what I'm saying? That we got deployed with an assignment and a purpose when we got here on earth. We all be scattered. But eventually, the Most High have things set up when you run across people. It's like you feel like you know them all your life. You know what I'm saying? When you have cross paths with people and y'all will connect. But when we connect, maybe be for the wrong reason because we too much in our flesh. Not knowing that God put us together to get some things accomplished for the kingdom. Brought us back together so we can remember what the mission was. We got deployed here. We must eradicate the enemy by all means. We must disarm and dismantle the enemy by any means necessary. And a lot of us, including myself at a certain point in time, lost ourselves. We got lost in the sauce and we lost our way. But it's a lot going on in this earth plane, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. And I've been in this video almost an hour, really 45 minutes. This video will probably get broken down into segments. So hope that you tap into everything. I hope that you're picking up what I'm putting down. Once again, this video may get banned. I'm already knowing this. I hope that it reaches the people it needs to reach and those people can share who they need to share it with. This is a public service announcement, ladies and gentlemen, about multiple things that are going on this earth plane. It's very sensitive right now, time that we're living in. This is a crucial time in history. I cannot stress this enough. This is a crucial time in history right now. Right now is not the time to play around with God. Get right with God. I cannot stress that's the most important thing. If you were to die today, where would you rest? In paradise? Or where would you rest? Where would be your eternal resting place? Would it be in paradise or would it be in hell? And people say, oh, I've been living in hell already. No, I feel what you're saying. But hell is a real place, folks. You ain't try to see that. Nobody, I won't wish that on my worst enemy. If you really knew what it was, I wouldn't never wish that on my worst enemy. I pray that everybody get saved and get their mind right, get their heart right, get cleaned up. Don't come to God cleaned up. That's defeating the purpose. He's gonna clean you up. Come as you are. Come as you are. Come as you are. He's gonna clean you up. He's gonna clean you up. Am I perfect? Nope. But he's still cleaning me up too. I have a heart for the people because I want to see people be successful. I want them to be the best. I want them to survive, strive, and thrive. You dig? So, for now, man, I'm out of here, man. Much peace, light, love, and always illumination. All praise to the Most High, man. Make sure you tap in with them ASAP, man, and share this information with others, man. Pass it along.